Next up, someone who... Some sound? Okay. Next up, someone whom you have seen on stage before. We're going to hear from Dan Schatz, who is from Westchester, Pennsylvania. He's a singer, a multi-instrumentalist, a songwriter, a producer, and an interpreter of traditional and contemporary folk music. Dan has performed concerts, festivals, workshops since the age of 12. Dan's also known as a leading auto harp player, singing Through the Hard Times, a tribute to Utah Phillips, an album featuring Dan, along with Emmylou Harris, Pete Seeger, Tom Paxton, Gene Ritchie, and I believe Si Kahn, earned him a 2010 Grammy nomination. Sing Up magazine called his 2007 solo CD Bring the Morning Home a magical collection of traditional and original songs that, given the chance, will stay with you for a very long time. In his new CD and hardcover book, The Song and the Sigh, Dan integrates reflections and insights and songs of hope, meaning, and community inspired by his work as a Unitarian Universalist minister. Please give a good hand, Dan Schatz.
Before Dan goes on, I just want to say that Saul asked me to tell everyone if they want to take any of the food home to do so now. Thank you.
I'd just like to give a plug. You know, they just plugged my CDs, but there's a lot of performers who have CDs out there, and all of the performers today are volunteers. So you can support them and support independent music by going and buying some of those CDs. Not just mine, but especially mine. I wanted to do a song that has meant a lot to me over the years. You know, I've known Si for about 25 years, and I've known his music my whole life. And this is one of the songs that's always touched me the most, because there's not a lot of people out there writing songs for and about the disabled. So this song is called What You Do With What You Got. Oh, you must know someone like him, tall and strong and lean, body like a greyhound and a mind so sharp and keen, but his heart just like a laurel grew twisted on itself, till almost everything he did brought pain to someone else. And it's not just what you're born with, it's what you choose to bear. And it's not how large your share is, but how much you can share. And it's not the fights you dream of, but those you really fought. And it's not just what you're given, it's what you do with what you got. For what's the use of two strong legs if you only run away? What good is the finest voice if you've nothing good to say? What good are strength and muscle if you only push and shove? And what's the use of two good ears if you can't hear those you love? And it's not just what you're born with, it's what you choose to bear. And it's not how large your share is, but how much you can share. And it's not the fights you dream of, but those you really fought. And it's not just what you're given, it's what you do with what you got. Between those who use their neighbor and those who use a cane, between those in constant power and those in constant pain, between those who run to evil and those who cannot run, tell me which ones are the cripples and which ones touch the sun. And it's not just what you're born with, it's what you choose to bear. And it's not how large your share is, but how much you can share. And it's not the fights you dream of, but those you really fought. And it's not just what you're given, it's what you do with what you got. Thank you. And thank you, Si, for writing that. Mara, are you around here? Because I know we haven't heard much from Mara today, but in the workshop that we did earlier, Mara had a song that she had planned to sing, and I just love hearing Mara sing that, and she didn't get time to do that, so I am twisting her arm and making her sing that song.
He's insisting.
Now I'm being insistent.
And I'm like, oh really? I'm tired.
Yeah, Mara doesn't like singing very much, as you know, but this is one of Si's songs, and You know, in the workshop, Si asked us to say a little bit about what these songs meant to us and how they connect. And I know this song is very personal for you. So there.
Let me just get myself together here.
She's getting combobulated. I'll retune.
Well, it's just personal because, you know, all my family members came over through Ellis Island. So the song is called Lady of the Harbor, and it's a song about Si's grandfather who came over. And you'll get the story when I tell the song. Okay. My grandpa was a scholar back in the old country, but he fled from Lithuania in 1893 with knowledge his companion and liberty his hope. He sailed up to the Lady of the Harbor. Imagine then how beautiful that torchlight must have seemed to a frightened Jewish immigrant caught up in freedom's dream. But the land had room for many, and he studied while he worked by the lamplight of the Lady of the Harbor. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send them the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. In 1937, with war on every hand, a band of Jewish refugees sought shelter in this land, with the Nazis close behind them. They sailed their leaky boat towards the safety of the Lady of the Harbor. But every door was closed to them. No port would take them in. Till sick at heart, they sailed back home to Germany again, where their dreams were turned to ashes and their bodies turned to smoke that drifted past the Lady of the Harbor. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send them the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. So if these silent lips could speak, what reason would they say why some are sheltered freely while others turned away? Now as the terror rises, a fleeing world awakes, turn them back once more. Only silence from the lady of the harbor. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send them the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door.
Mara Levine.
Thank you, Dan, for writing it.
Thank you for
Thank you,
singing.
Si, for writing it.
And one of the reasons I wanted you to sing that is because it's also a song that means a whole lot to me. And that was my grandparents, or my great-grandparents as well, that came through there. I'm going to finish up. With a song, a newer song of mine, that I made during the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. There's smaller versions of that oil spill happening all over the world every day. Some of them not so small. And there's a lot of other things going on too. A lot of you know about fracking. A lot of you know about strip mining and mountaintop removal. Down to water's edges in the first light of the sun, where the fishermen are gathered by their moorings. Another day of labor on the waters off these shores is another week of food to raise your children. But the river's running empty and the seas are growing warm, and the oil they spilled has poisoned all the fisheries. The catch is growing smaller till there's nothing left to find but a job at some big box store in the city. And remember the years when the waters ran clear and the fields restored the promise of the sowing, and the breezes blew clean and the warmth of summer's green on ancient hills gave strength to keep us going. Out among the furrows we've plowed these 50 years. My father's hands and mine have made a living. Silver Queen in even years and soybeans in the off, fed by waters rippling clear from eastern mountains. But the hills have all been leveled for the coal that lies within, and the brooks are flowing black with nature's refuse. The soils are filled with chemicals, they've stripped the mountains bare, and we've watched our family's pride all turn to wasteland. But remember the years when the waters ran clear and the fields restored the promise of the sowing, and the breezes blew clean and the warmth of summer's green on ancient hills gave strength to keep us going. I don't pretend to understand the reasons for it all, but I know we've wasted years in wrong directions. If the nourishment is stolen from the waters and the soil, how are we to feed the generations? But the answer lies within us, and it's only common sense. To soil the pond we live in is disaster. Alone we fail and crumble, but together we have power to lift our hands and voices for the future. and to work for the years when the waters run clear and the fields restore the promise of the sowing, and the breezes blow clean and the warmth of summer's green on ancient hills give strength to keep us going and keep us sowing. Thank you all very much. Thanks so much.